Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Rebel Creatives Podcast. I'm your host, Delano, and I help restaurants increase their revenue using the Rebel Growth System. In this episode, I want to talk about the ultimate restaurant marketing guide. Okay? I want to go through all the steps, right, that any restaurant can do right now to get rid of their slow days and add an extra 5 to 10K in food orders every single month. All right. And that's not just 10K, it can be more. It depends on the size of your restaurant, the size of your list, all right, and how much of this you follow, if you can follow it exactly like I say, all right. Because I am not in control of what you're doing. I can't give any guarantees, but what I'm saying is basically what can work if you should have a system like this, following, taking into consideration all of the nuances. All right. So in this episode, stay tuned, have your pen, your paper ready to take notes, write down these things, because I am going to share with you the exact steps that you need to take if you want to, again, get rid of slow days and add an extra 5 to 10K plus in food orders each and every month consistently in your restaurant. All right. So before I, get into it, for those who are new to this podcast and they don't know who I am, my name is Delano, and I am passionate about food and started my company because I wanted to help to solve the problem where small independent restaurant owners are finding it hard to compete with the bigger restaurants, and it caused them to struggle to stay open, and if you are a restaurant owner that wants to really unlock your restaurant's potential and start to earn the revenue that you know you deserve, you should go through this with an open mind, and put your ego aside, put what you know aside and everything like that, and just listen to this podcast with an open mind so that you can maybe learn something new. A lot of restaurant owners, the veterans out there, have been there 10, 20 plus years, so you feel you know it all, but there's always room to learn, and maybe even get insight or to kind of improve on what you're doing. So I recommend, no matter what stage you're at in your restaurant business, if you're new, you've been a veteran at this for years, just listen to this episode with an open mind, because I'm going to share exactly what I do, the system that I've, created for restaurants, how we can help them to really shine, especially now with all of the problems that restaurants are facing, the increasing cost, the labor shortages, and all of that. Right now, we can't afford the money making mistakes. We need to be able to, be more efficient, be more effective, and know exactly what we're doing to drive real results. All right. So let's get started. Now, the ultimate aim is to grow your restaurant, and there are three things that every restaurant needs to hit in order to achieve growth. The first thing is generating new customers, right? So you need a constant inflow of customers. You need to get your existing customers to buy from you more often. And last but not least, you need to get your existing customers to spend more money with you each visit. Now, how do you do this exactly, right? Now, if you're using like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, radio, TV, YouTube, or any other channel out there, that's great, but it's pricey to use all of those to drive real profitable results. Because let's be real, the profit margin for restaurants is very small. On average, 3 to 5% of your gross revenue is profit, and that's if you're recording everything perfectly. So really and truly, if you get that number and you're not doing things perfectly, maybe it's even less. All right. So those are the profitable, the ways that you can do it, and there are free methods, but they're not as effective as you would like, right? And the problem with these platforms is they are in it to make a profit. So it's costing you a lot for you to be able to, get in front of their audience. Remember, it's their audience, it's not yours. You are paying them so that they can show your restaurant, your brand, your offer to their audience. All right. So what should you do? All right. Now, the big secret is you need to build a list of your best customers and market to them on your own terms. All right. And then remind them to come back more often, right? By building that habit of visiting your restaurant or constantly inviting them to come in and spend more each time they come back, right? So, in short, you want to have your own marketing channel that you own, that you can tap into to make sure that you're doing all of these things, right? You are reminding them to come back more often and you're getting them to spend more each time they come back, all right? Sounds easy? All right. So, how do we build that channel, right? Yes, we know. Yeah, you need to build your list, but how do we build it? You build your own marketing channel by running campaigns and getting those campaigns in front of your customers and prospects. All right. And what that will look like is you need to have a landing page that is clearly stating your offer and asking for their contact information. You want to keep this very simple, to the point, clear, easy to understand, right? And the next thing you need is a thank you page. Once they give you that information, you need to deliver on your promise on that thank you page. Give instructions on what they need to do next to claim and any other information that you want to provide that will help give them value. You want it to be readily available. So you need a landing page and you need a thank you page. All right. And these are the nuances. On your landing page, you want to just have your logo and again, clearly stating your offer and tell them what to do to get it. Enter your name, your contact information below to get access. All right. And your call to action, which is your button, is restating the offer and what will happen. All right. And an example of this is you can say, get 20% off your first order at Sal's Pizza in New York City. Right. Enter your contact information below to get access. Ask for the first name, ask for their phone number, and then you can say for your button, get your 20% off code now. That's it. Landing page is done. You just want to have a nice background picture, that is in line with your brand, your offer, and everything, and you're good to go. Okay? And then with your thank you page, again, same consistent thing, but you can tell them, hey, thank you so much for joining up. Here is your 20% off coupon. You tell them the coupon, or if you're sending it in an email, tell them to check their email. If you sent it on their phone, tell them to check their phone. All right? And this is where, if you're doing referrals or anything, that information is there. So all the information that we'll need, you put that on a thank you page and everything. So here's what will make this work, right? You need to send reminders. You see, people, um, they forget what their life is like and think that everybody else's life is just, oh, I'm just, the business owners focus on their part and not on their customers' lives or POV, right? Point of view. So you want to make sure that immediately after someone signs up, you're giving them what they should get and you're reminding them. Now, here are some nuances I want you to take note of, right? You want to deliver on your promise immediately, and you want to make sure that whatever you're offering them, there is some form of urgency or scarcity. We find given a 14-day expiration or timeline to use any offer works well. You want this to be dynamic. You don't want to be sending out like flyers and coupons with a code and say use code 20 off to get 20% off your first order at Sal's Pizza. Because what will happen is that a person will see the flyer and they will say, oh, I don't have to do it now. And they keep getting busy, keep getting distracted, keep forgetting. And 2 months down the road, that's when that person is coming. We find that when you put a little urgency, a little bit of scarcity, and you remind and follow up, you get a better conversion and use rate of your coupons. You get faster results, and you get to make some return on your investment sooner rather than later. All right. And here's how we do this. You can send a message that say, hey, thank you for signing up with our VIP club. Here's your 20% off code. What the code is, it expires in 14 days, or the date when it expires. Call our number to redeem your offer. And then you want to follow up 7 days before expiration, and you just give them a reminder. You can say, hey, here's a quick reminder to make use of your 20% off coupon. Remind them of the code, and you can say, you have 7 days left to redeem. Call number today to claim, right? And then you can have another follow up the day before it expires, right? Just reminding them that hey, your code expires after tomorrow. We look forward to serving you some delicious food. Call to claim your reward. All right. So that's what you want to do whenever you're building that marketing channel for your business so that you can tap into that. But what should you do? What kind of campaigns? We have 7 campaigns that we love to do, and I'm going to share them with you here so that you can have an idea. We like the Insiders Club, all right, or VIP. That's the example you will always get me show, because I think every restaurant should have a VIP campaign. All right. Next, you have the Event Alert. This is when you just when you have live events in your restaurant, and you tell people, hey, sign up to get information about our live events. You have the loss leader. This is where you give something away, like a free sample or some inexpensive menu item for free, so that you can get people with the name and information so that you can continue reaching out. You can also do charitable support, right? Campaigns. So if you have a community or charity that you want to support, community, effort that you want to support, you can, do a campaign about that. Like you can tell people, hey, if you buy, spend $15 or so during a certain time period, we will contribute $1 for every person who ordered towards this charitable effort, our community effort. And you have the delivery bomb. This is something that basically you put a secret, you put an offer in a red envelope, and you let the delivery person tell them not to open this envelope until they're done with their meal. All right, let it be secret, and it's done during deliveries. So we call it the delivery bomb. And then you can do a giveaway or a contest. All right, and this can be something that you do monthly, or you can do periodically, and this is really good for viral growth, all right, when you get people to share. And last but not least, the birthday club. Everybody loves to celebrate their birthday, so yes, include a birthday campaign also. So the two I would always have is the VIP and birthday club, and then the others you can put in for just to spice things up and do that periodically. All right. So now you have a campaign, you have your landing page, your thank you page, you have the messages that you want to send to follow up with people as soon as they sign up. But how do you get your campaign out there? Yes, you've built it, but how do you get it? Now, this is one of the biggest concerns I see that a lot of restaurant owners have. They say, yes, it takes a lot of work, and how am I going to do all of this? But if you're having trouble with traffic, then let us break down that obstacle and let you know how you can overcome it, right? So, 3 things. The first thing is you want to start by putting your VIP campaign in front of your existing customers right within your restaurant, all right? And you can do this by creating and printing, table tents with a QR code leading to your campaign, which is that landing page for them to sign up. And you can get more persons by having a referral element to the campaign. All right. So if you don't have the budget, you don't know how to do the marketing or anything like that, just build that page and use your existing customers to let them sign up. They're happy, they love you, they'll gladly sign up. But then you can get them to refer their friends and family who don't know you, who don't love you as yet, and then it can spread. All right. And that's you getting new customers for free. All right, you didn't have to spend any extra money for that. You built the platform, you paid for it, you have it, it's working, and now you got people coming in and referring, and you get free people. How sweet is that? All right, everybody loves something free. All right, next is you can use social media. All right, and when I say use social media, I mean like making posts. All right, so simply create posts and stories that promote your campaign to your followers. So people already following you on Facebook, Instagram, make a post there. Tell people, hey, join my VIP club and get 20% off your first order and access exclusive offers every week or regularly and stuff like that. They will be the first or the only ones to know. Yes, you do that, people who already know, like, and trust you, they will join up, right? And again, having that viral element will allow you to get a few of them turned into super spreaders, sharing and getting more people to come in. All right. Next is paid Facebook ads. All right. Paid Facebook ads or uh, radio commercials or any of those, you can do paid ads, but you're pointing them to your campaign, which is where you're collecting the name and emails. All right. So if you're doing Facebook, you're new to Facebook, you're like, oh my gosh, Facebook, it costs so much. There is a way that you can lower that cost. All right. By just making an ad that is engaging, that is getting a lot of, persons participating, doing the things. So it's converting. And once Facebook sees all of that, right, they see that your click through rate is high, people are landing, people are engaging with your page, and they're converting. They kind of give you a boost in your exposure and lower your cost. All right. So what we see like works really well with this is when we do giveaways or even birthday campaigns, because everybody loves to celebrate their birthday. So when you reach out to people because it's their birthday on a Facebook ad and say, hey, join our birthday club, right, and get XYZ on us, right? People will sign up, you have that viral element to it. They will share it with their friends and family. Yes, it's not their birthday now, maybe, but they will sign up because their friend told them to. All right, so that's what you can do. Those three ways, something that you can just take, run with it, and start growing your list. All right, and just remember, even if you're doing paid ads or anything like that, always point people to your own channel where you're collecting their name and email. Right. So now you have a list, right? You're marketing, people are joining. What do you send to them? How do you get them to spend money with you? All right, or to visit your restaurant again and again and again, right? So knowing what to message your list can also be daunting for you as a business owner. And we have simplified it. There are four instant profit generator broadcasts that you can use. All right. And you only need to send one each week if you're sending SMS. If you're sending emails, you might have to send more. All right. You just want to make sure that you're giving value in every single email. All right. All right, so there are four types of text messages that you can send out. You can have one that is scarcity based. So you can let people know that you're running out of a particular special food that you serve. Come on in and get it before we run out. You can also do discount based where you tell them, hey, today we're doing a 10% off deal. Come on in and claim your 10%, and give them the coupon code. You can also let it be event based. So you can say, hey, we're having a live event at 9 p.m. Come on and reserve your table, right? So you let them know about an event that you're having, remind them so that, oh, yeah, I want to be at that event. Just a friendly reminder. And then you can do a bait to a bigger sale where you offer something for free if they order, dinner with you. All right. So you can get a free dessert if you order dinner, and you can do it for a limited amount of persons or whatever. You can let have that urgency. Now, you just have to, craft your message, having those, feels to it, and then you'll be on your way to not having to worry about what should you post or what should you send to your list. All right. Now, the last part is getting them to spend more. Now, you might be saying, hey, all I have to do is, raise the price. No, no, no. It's not about raising your prices, it's about upselling. All right. So, here's a question for you. Are you getting your customers to actually spend more money with you? And are you afraid to ask them to spend more money? All right. Well, let me just, give you some peace and let you know that up to 60% of people are willing to spend more at the very moment of purchase. All right. And you must remember, they already picked you, they are in a buying mode, and their money is already out. So why not take the opportunity, not to take more money out from them alone, but to add more value, right? So I'm going to share a few techniques that you can use to upsell more in your restaurant. All right. And the first one is coupon upselling. When you give coupons out, like especially the printed ones, you can add add-ons. You can add the opportunity for like an upsell. Okay. Put those on your coupon cards so that people will see that, hey, I can get these extra things with this order, with this offer, to make it more valuable. All right. The next thing you can do is you can, whenever people dine in or they call over the phone to make an order, there are certain phrases that you can use to, upsell and let it sound natural, feel natural, and not like you're trying to force something on anybody. Here are some, phrases that you can use. Like if you own a pizza joint or a sandwich shop and someone ordered a grilled cheese sandwich, for example, you can say, "Would you like extra cheese on that?" You know, and if they want to say, "Oh yeah, yeah, why not?" Or no, or whatever. But then you can say, "Would you like to share an order of wings with that?" People like to share things. So when you ask them if they would like to share an order of wings with that, people will say, "Oh, well, yeah, why not?" Because sharing is caring. I'm ordering for me and a friend. Why not? And then you can say, like, people like to follow the crowd. So you can say things like, "Most people prefer the Caesar salad. It's really good." And you pause, right? See if they would want to take you up on getting that, right? And another, phrase that you can use is, like to treat yourself to dessert, right? So they just ordered pizza, they just ordered whatever. You say, "Hey, would you like a slice of cake?" And last but not least, you always want to finish with, "What else can I get for you?" Right? Now, all of these phrases, if you do these, you'll make more revenue. Um, Simple as that. you know and the last tip to get people to spend more is, always when doing a special, start with the highest price first, right? Don't start from the lowest and then work your way up. It will be an uphill battle. All right, start from the highest and then you work your way down. All right. So I hope after hearing all of this, you feel a little bit more, better with the whole idea of building your own marketing channel, by having your campaign, knowing what to message people to get them to come back 2 to 4 times more often in your restaurant. And last but not least, get them to spend more by using the techniques that I mentioned here and more when you're doing your upselling. All right. But how does all of this equate to more revenue? Oh, yeah, I'm doing all of this, I'm setting all of this up. What does this mean for revenue? All right, well, the aim here is for you to go hard in building your marketing channel. All right, and say you have 500 to 1,000 of your best customers, right? If you are able to get 25 customers to spend an average of $35, and you get them to come back 3 times more than they usually do, you're making $2,635 in extra revenue, right? But if you get 50 customers to do that, that's you making $5,250 each month in extra revenue. And out of a list of 500 to 1,000, if you can get 100 customers to spend $35, come back 3 times more often, than they would usually do, that's you adding $10,500 in extra revenue. All right. So that's how that works out. I mean, the sky is the limit. You can build your list to whatever size you can. But if you're able to remind them and give them an excuse via strategic text messaging, you're able to get them to come in and spend more with you so that you can make more revenue. All right. Without having to spend this huge cost on doing Facebook ads or TV or radio and all of those other things, and even having to worry about what if they go down, what if they block you, what if they're suppressing your posts and stuff like that. No, you have your channel and you can get things done. All right, so it's all good listening to this podcast, but knowledge without action yields nothing. All right, so if you need to play this again and again and again to get it, no problem. But if you don't have the time for none of that nonsense, you don't want to do it on your own, you want someone to do it, then that's what we do all day every day. All right, so all you have to do is go on our website, uh, book a discovery call with us. We'll get to know more about your business. All right, and we will um, hook you up with all of this. Now, if you would like me and my team to help you with something like this, let me just give you some insight of what you will be getting. All right, we will basically set up the technology for your restaurant to get all of this done, and we will work with you to create clever promotions that will attract your best customers onto your list. And then we're going to train your staff on how to use the system that we've built, and we'll train your managers on the best promotions that they can send out to eliminate slow days and build return customer habits. And we will give you a built-in system that tracks all the generated revenue from these promotions. That way you can know what works and what isn't working, right? And we give your team the ability to act without any outside help, right? Even though we're going to be there to help you if you do need help, but we'll teach you so that you are able to go in and do things on your own. All right, so again, if you're down to work with us and see what it's like working with us and want this to get done, just head over to www.rebel2creative.com/discovery. All right, and book your call, your free no obligation discovery call, and we will jump on a call with you and get to know more about you and get this situated for you. All right, hope this was helpful, hope you enjoyed this episode, and can't wait to see you in the next one, where we'll give some more value that will help you build a successful and thriving restaurant. All right, Delano signing out.